Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you my most used, my most complimented, my absolute favorite fragrances, and you can get all of these right now for 20% off during the Sephora Fragrance for All event. A huge thank you to Sephora for sponsoring this video. Sephora is my favorite place to shop for beauty and fragrance, and right now for a limited time from December 13 until December 24, you can save 20% off all full-size fragrances with the code FRAGRANCE20. This is a one-time use code. It's valid online and in-store at Sephora or Sephora at Kohl's. All you have to do is join the Sephora Beauty Insider Program if you have not already. I am a loyal Rouge member of the Sephora Insider Program since its inception. The Sephora Fragrance for All event is the perfect time to save 20% off those last-minute gifts. You can shop all those last-minute gifts today with the ease and convenience of free shipping, curbside pickup, in-store pickup, or same-day delivery. I've been a subscriber of their same-day delivery service ever since they started offering it, and it is so convenient, especially if you have any kind of a trip coming up and you're packing and you want those last minute travel size, like shampoo and body care products. I just throw it in my cart, check out that morning, and then a few hours later, it just magically shows up on my doorstep. As an added bonus, Sephora is offering free same-day delivery from December 15 to December 24, and that promo code is stackable with the Fragrance20 discount code. With that said, these are all the fragrances I recommend picking up for 20% off during the Sephora Fragrance for All event, starting with my most used Armani My Way. I vividly remember when the first My Way Eau de Parfum first launched in 2020, because this was one of the few perfumes that I bought instantly. I got a sample of this in the mail and it was like love at first sniff. It smelled so amazing. And since then, they've come out with more flankers. So this is the My Way Eau de Parfum. This is the My Way Floral. Then they came out with the My Way Intense. This is currently in my daily rotation. And then My Way Le Parfum. This one is the strongest and probably the most long-lasting. The notes for all are pretty much the same. The original My Way is described as a classic floral, while the Intense is described as a warm floral. My Way Intense has keynotes of orange blossom, tuberose, and vanilla. These all smell so good. I would describe all of them as a fruity floral, which I think is my preferred fragrance family. They're very sweet, it's very creamy. It's just such a pretty floral fragrance. Like I said, I've gone through several bottles of My Way, especially the original Eau de Parfum, and this is my go-to travel fragrance. I usually bring a bunch of different travel fragrances with me whenever I go on a trip, but I just always default to wearing My Way. And it's such a great gift, especially for someone who doesn't really know what they like, because it's just so generally loved by everyone. Another one of my favorite fragrances since it first launched is YSL Libre. This is the Eau de Parfum, and then I also have the Eau de Toilette. They both have the classic YSL logo in gold wrapped around the bottle, and I love the little gold necklace at the top. And then the cap is this really cool, architectural little topper. Libre Eau de Parfum is described as a warm floral with keynotes of lavender, orange blossom, and musk accord. Compared to Armani My Way, which I would consider more of a daily casual fragrance, YSL Libre is something that I would wear more on a date night or even a fancy luncheon or work outing. This just smells so elegant and expensive. And if you're looking for a gift idea for someone who loves YSL, but maybe you don't want to splurge on a YSL bag, this one is a great option because again, it has that iconic logo and it's just such a pretty perfume bottle to display on your vanity. And speaking of pretty perfume bottles, I love Prada Paradoxe because the bottle is the same shape as the iconic Prada triangle logo. This is the original Prada Paradoxe. This is described as a warm floral with notes of neroli bud, white musk, and white amber. Paradoxe is such a beautiful classic floral, and because it's warmer than a traditional women's floral fragrance, and because of the musk, I tend to consider it to be maybe more gender neutral. I visited family over the summer recently, and I gifted them a bunch of different fragrances. I had one Prada Paradoxe, and my two girl cousins were fighting over it, so I promised I would gift the other cousin another bottle for Christmas. And then to kick it up a notch, I also got the Prada Paradoxe Intense. This is the newest flanker. I got the big guy, and you can see the juice is a little darker on this one. Paradoxe Intense is described as a warm floral with notes of jasmine, amber, and moss. In the description, it says that they took the original perfume and turned it up ever so slightly with jasmine, Ambrofix, which is trademarked, and moss blend together to create a floral and ambery signature scent that explores a femininity that is both powerful and delicate. This is definitely stronger, it's longer lasting, it's more intense than the original Paradoxe. Similar DNA, but I find this to be a little more sweeter, so I actually prefer this one to the original. The Sephora Fragrance for All event is a great time to splurge on maybe pricier fragrances that you might not want to pay full price for. My absolute favorite is Tom Ford Rose Prick Rose Prick is described as a warm floral with notes of rose de mai, Bulgarian rose, and Sichuan pepper. This is definitely not a fresh rose scent. It's not a fresh, clean, bright scent. Rose Prick is definitely a deep, dark, luscious date night rose scent. It has patchouli, spices, pepper, and this is definitely almost a masculine rose fragrance, even though I think technically the private blend is gender neutral. This definitely leans more masculine compared to other rose fragrances. I just love this, and I love how it dries down on my skin. And again, because of the price, I usually look forward to these savings events to pick up a Tom Ford fragrance. The sun is setting right now, so I had to shift over a bit. But luckily, the juice of the Tom Ford Rose Prick is very potent. I'm usually an oversprayer, but with Rose Prick, I really only need 2 to 3 spritzes and it lasts all day long. So I try to go through the bottle sparingly, but I might go ahead and pick up another bottle during this fragrance event. Before I forget, I wanted to share a couple things I'm wearing on my face today. On my eyes today, I have the Danessa Meyrick Lightwork Volume 5 I Am palette. Isn't the box so cool? I try to keep my eyeshadow palettes in the box to make sure they don't shatter because I brought this with me when I was traveling. You have this like metal plaque on the front. And then inside you have these beautiful duochromes. On my eyes today, I have the shades Loved and Unstoppable. You can see these duochromes. Loved is here in the middle and then Unstoppable in the corner. And then for a little bit of a highlighter topper, I have this Protected on my cheekbones. And then on my lips today, I have the Fenty Skin Lip Oil. This is in the flavor Cherry Treat. Another very pretty fragrance bottle is the Carolina Herrera Good Girl. This is their newest flanker blush, and it is in their iconic stiletto bottle. I just love this bottle. This is such a cool little display piece on your vanity. The original Good Girl bottle, I believe, is all black, and then this blush version is a pink shoe. You have the little pump back here, and then it sprays out over here. Good Girl blush is described as a warm floral. It has keynotes of ylang ylang, mandarin, and vanilla. This is more powdery than the original, and because of the vanilla notes, it's a little sweeter. I prefer this to the original, I think. Another Tom Ford fragrance I recently added to my collection is their newest Cafe Rose. This is described as a classic floral. It has notes of Turkish rose, Bulgarian rose, and coffee. I love this because I love rose and I love coffee, and you wouldn't think they go well together, but they really do. I really like this. It smells very nice. This is a great warm scent for the winter, although I wore it in the summer also. I believe this came out in the spring or summer. Even though this is a floral fragrance, it definitely is not too sweet. I feel it leans more masculine. It's a little spicy. It has coriander, patchouli, cardamom, and sandalwood. This is a very gender neutral fragrance, so it's a great gift for a guy or a girl. Another bit of a splurge fragrance, but I get so many compliments on this, is the Kilian's Angel Share. This is described as a warm and spicy gourmand. It has notes of cognac, tonka bean, and oak wood. And it is in the coolest Art Deco bottle. This is part of the Kilian's Liqueurs collection. I bought this when it first came out, along with the other one. It's like roses on ice or something like that, which smells like cucumbers. Once this dries down on your skin, it just gives such cozy, warm, friendly vibes. Another delicious gourmand I'd recommend is from Kayali. It's the Yum Pistachio Gelato. This smells like warm, melted vanilla pistachio ice cream. Kayali fragrances all come in their signature diamond-shaped box. And then the bottle is this really cool matte green. I like how they list all the notes there on the back. This is described as a warm and spicy sweet gourmand. And then the notes on the back here, you have pistachio gelato, cotton candy, whipped cream, hazelnut, sweet rum, marshmallow. This smells so delicious. If you love vanilla fragrances, if you like warm, like baking gourmands, this smells so good. And it's also a great fragrance if you want to layer something with vanilla or maybe sweeten up another fragrance. And then brand new from Kayali, I just picked this up. It literally just launched a couple days ago. The Sparkling Lychee. I love lychee. I love to eat lychee. I like to smell lychee. As soon as I saw this released, I had to pick it up. This has notes of black currant, sparkling lychee, rose Damascus, candied violet, sugared amber, and sandalwood. It smells like champagne. It smells like the juiciest lychee. This just smells so juicy and fruity and sweet. This was a total blind buy. I just purchased it based off the notes, and it is exactly what the notes say it is. And if you're a fan of Love Shack Fancy, or you're trying to find a gift for someone who loves Love Shack Fancy, they just recently launched their first collection of fragrances. I bought all 3 as soon as they came out, but my favorite is definitely Bohème. It's the one in the blue bottle. You have the signature Love Shack Fancy floral, and then the bottle is so pretty. This is the most beautiful bottle, I think, in my collection. I love fragrances. I have a lot of fragrances. I appreciate the artistry and construction of all the different perfume bottles. but this is my favorite. I reviewed all three. This is the Bohème in the blue bottle. They all pretty much look the same. They have the signature bow at the top. The other ones are either a white bottle or pink, but I love Bohème, not just for the color because I love blue, but I also love the notes of this. Bohème has notes of peony, blackcurrant, and white amber. This is very juicy. It's a very fruity floral. You can really smell the berries and the rose. And then the best part about these bottles are once you're done with this, you can remove this and use it as a vase. And then some perfumes that are currently on my wish list that I might pick up during this Sephora Fragrance for All event. First, I am 100% sure I will be getting the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Summer Vibes Eau de Toilette. This is the flanker of the original iconic Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue that came out, I mean, decades ago. I remember wearing that in high school. Light blue is a classic, fresh, aquatic, summery fragrance. It just kind of reminds me of the 90s and early 2000s. But when I was in store recently, I saw that Dolce & Gabbana came out with the Summer Vibes flanker of light blue, and it's in a very pretty white and blue, like mosaic-y paisley design. It smelled so good, so fresh, but with like a modern twist. It was a little more citrusy. It's described as a fresh citrus with fruits with notes of Calabrian bergamot, peach, cedarwood, and it's described as the Italian holiday dream, an energy of summer by the sea. It says the iconic light blue fragrance is tinged with the fresh touch of Calabrian bergamot, accompanied by the sweetness of fruits and the soothing touch of woody notes. It retains the citrus base of the iconic light blue fragrance, the fresh and joyful note of Calabrian bergamot blossoms with the sweetness of peach picked at the peak of its ripeness. Balancing everything, the soothing touch of cedarwood leaves a mysterious and sensual trail. I didn't pick up the peach when I first smelled it, but if I go back, I really need to try it out again. But I think I'm gonna get it. It just smells so good. I love those fresh, citrusy, bergamot, aquatic scents. We'll definitely be getting it during the event. Another new fragrance I'm considering is the new YSL Libre Absolute Platine Eau de Parfum. It's a flanker of the YSL Libre, but the platine is encased in silver. So you still have the yellow gold YSL logo wrapped around the bottle, but then the glass, instead of being see-through, it's this platinum silver. Just from the bottle, I didn't think I would like it. But when I smelled the platine in store, it just smells so much sweeter and warmer than the Libre. And I think I like that better. So I kind of want to try it out. All the ones on my wish list, I might go in store and try it out and see how it dries down. But I think I'll get it, the YSL Libre Platine, which would be now my fourth flanker of YSL Libre. I also really like the new Burberry Goddess fragrance when I tried it out in store. That one is described as a warm and spicy, sweet gourmand with vanilla infusion, vanilla caviar, vanilla absolute. It smells almost like pure vanilla with a light floral lavender touch. I think I want to try it out because vanilla is tricky. I love vanilla, but sometimes it can be a little too sweet. So I'm debating whether to get that. But if you love vanilla, I would recommend getting that. And then last on my fragrance wish list is the new Dolce & Gabbana Devotion Eau de Parfum. This one was another love at first sniff. When I went Black Friday shopping in store, I tried it out and it is just my jam. I love sweet, fruity florals. It's very different from any of the other Dolce & Gabbana fragrances I own, including Light Blue, including the Dolce fragrances. I just really love the orange blossom and vanilla fruity floral combo. So we'll see. With all of these, I really need to go out in store and try it out, and then I'll see how it lasts and then go ahead and place a same-day delivery order. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed me talking your ear off, recommending my favorite, my most complimented on fragrances. I love fragrances. I have a whole fragrance closet. I usually try to rotate through and, you know, give them all some love, but there are definitely my go-to fragrances, which are the ones that I just talked about. So I will, again, link everything in the description below. I do have a few that are on my wish list that I might pick up during this Sephora Fragrance for All event. Make sure you use the code FRAGRANCE20 to save 20%. I will follow up and let you know which one I end up getting, but let me know what are your favorite fragrances, what is on your wish list, what are you gifting this holiday season. A huge thank you once again to Sephora for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.